Okay. How y'all doing, guys? This is Lucifer here, business and spiritual consultant. How you guys doing? I know you guys are doing good. I know you guys are doing great. How you doing, my gins, ladies and gentlemen? Also, 21st century demons. So, I'm beating a dead horse here. I'm beating a dead horse, literally. But yo, this nigga's calling me RuPaul, making threats and whatnot. He says he's not gonna answer. He's not gonna do any form of intellectual content. Backwater Haitian. Disdain for intellectuals. I said it. He admits it. It's like I set them up, and then he sets them up, and I knock him down. You know what I mean, bro? Like he just sets up the shit, and I just knock it down, bro. So it is what it is. I mean, no disrespect, but that's what it is, man. Nigga got, he has a little bit of a old school Haitian mentality, and it is what it is, man. That's just how it is. Um, and the thing is, he's still coming at me and shit like that. So a lot of people feel like I'm looking for attention. There's some people, not a lot of people, which I suspect are people that really, really, really like Elmer, and they feel that I'm looking for attention, and I'm always making videos about him. I make videos about him because he makes videos about me. That's all. That's it. And that's all. He's always mentioning me, and the thing is, I don't. The worst part is, I don't even think people watch his videos closely because, or maybe they don't feel like listening to his videos anymore. They don't feel like listening to his videos anymore, and they just listen to my videos. Because if you listen to Elmer's videos, ever since he started this shit, all the videos he's made has been about me. All of them. And he mentions me in all of the videos. All of them. So, it is what it is. He makes video about me, I make videos about him. So, but I wanted to talk about something here. Um, Self-expression is magic. Something that Elmer will never tell you. Something that Elmer will never tell you is that self-expression is magic. So when you can express yourself, it's magical. Why is it magical? The reason why expression is magical is, like I said earlier on in my other video. You use your throat chakra. You use your mind. And with your mind, you then express what you are. You express your magic. The thing is, when you're doing witchcraft, what does that have? Does this have anything to do with witchcraft? Actually, yes. If you work with gods, gods are very intelligent and very powerful. So, when you're working with a god, you also need to be intelligent and powerful. Of course, you're both using power at the same time, so the power part, gods are more lenient on that. But the part that they're not lenient on, that can affect your spell, is the self-expression. You have to be capable of expressing yourself. Like, let's say Asmodeus. Asmodeus can help you with self-expression. As Modus, well, not really, but if he wanted to, he could very easily because that's not really what he does. Um, as Modus is a defensive entity, so you can use him to defend yourself against somebody. But what I've noticed with Asmodus is that he does not have any problems expressing himself. And what I mean by that is, it's not like, um, it's not like, oh, he'll just say whatever he wants to anybody. That's not what I mean. When I say he has no problem expressing himself, is that he can be mad at you and you will still understand what he's saying. He can be completely irate, screaming, whatever, but you don't feel, he expresses himself so well that you don't feel the person that's being screamed at is not going to be in fear. He's going to be in understanding. So that's a very special thing right there. So you can walk around screaming at people, but everybody understands you, and nobody feels like, oh, you're being negative, you're screaming and shit like that. No, the person's gonna be like, okay, you're right. That's what he could do if he wanted to, but that's not something he does all the time. Like I said before, he's a very action oriented guy, so he's not in that whole psychology kind of shit. He's not a psychological demon, but if he wanted to, he could be. He can definitely give somebody therapy if he wanted to, like most definitely. This correlates to Elmer. Why does it correlate to Elmer? Because Elmer never expresses himself. Elmer has a hard time expressing himself. So someone that has a hard time expressing themselves, I don't have a hard time expressing myself. Obviously, but Elmer does. And because of this is the reason why Elmer's magic doesn't work. If you're attacking somebody, that's powerful, somebody that's as powerful or more powerful than you are, the last thing you want to do is not getting involved in that enemy's dialogue. It's like Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather had a fight with Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was used to beat everybody up. So let's just say I'm Mayweather and he's Manny Pacquiao. So he's super fast and he's used to like winning all his challenges. Like Elmer says. He's too busy fucking people up, like he says. Floyd Mayweather, that's me. Floyd Mayweather, has a tendency to pick and choose his battle. Manny Pacquiao sees Mayweather. Manny Pacquiao says, I don't want to fight Mayweather. Mayweather says, you know what? Okay. Manny Pacquiao lost. He lost. The reason why he lost is because Mayweather said to Manny Pacquiao, I'm only going to sign a contract with you if you come to my place. And that's where Manny Pacquiao lost. So Manny Pacquiao didn't lose when he ended that fight. He lost when he entered Mayweather's universe. Mayweather is still smart. He's a very smart boxer, but he understands something more than just boxing. Mayweather understands the weather. Mayweather understands energy, how energy is dispersed a little bit. And he used that technique on Manny Pacquiao. So if you get your opponent to enter your world where you're God, right? Where you are the destroyer and the creator of everything. You are now in control of that being. So Manny Pacquiao, the reason why Manny Pacquiao lost and he went into that universe is because he had no idea what the fuck that universe was. He was not smart enough. And it's not like Manny Pacquiao is not smart. It's just that he just didn't know. So Elmer is doing the same mistake here. Elmer is entering a world that he does not understand. And this is why he lost a long time ago. So in his mind, he still thinks that he's battling. I think, or something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure. But this battle's already over. The reason why it's already over is because I already see the end result. Like all the memes, the timing is important. Mathematics is important. So the hour, the time, and the things you say are all important. That shit is basically a chart of you. So if you look at what time somebody posts something, that means something about a person's mentality. If you look at the content that the person is posting, that means something else about his personality. If the way that he reacts to somebody's content means something else about his personality. So when you're capable of seeing all these things, you know how to defeat a person, which Elmer obviously cannot do. So this battle is already over. He's just prolonging something for some reason, which I don't know what it is. So he doesn't want to get involved in a back and forth. This is a back and forth. We're doing a back and forth right now. The only difference is he's busy insulting people. I'm busy being me. I'm busy being myself. I'm busy expressing my higher self. I'm busy expressing my knowledge. I'm busy expressing the value that I hold, the reality that I am, the truth that is within me. Elmer has absolutely no clue how to do that shit. Elmer has no clue how to do that shit, and this is why he can't win. This is why he already lost a long time ago. Because I already knew who you were. Remember I said, let's bury the hatchet because I don't have time for this? I didn't say that shit for no reason. I said that shit because I saw that mentally you were not prepared for me. So I was kind of like, I'd rather like, instead of wasting my time with childish insults, I'm that's just I just fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, just fuck it, nigga, because you're bugging. So I'm Mayweather, and you have just entered my world. But in here, I'm God. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. And you're gonna, if you don't believe me, you're gonna figure it out pretty soon. Because believe you me, all that magic, if you are practicing magic, it's not gonna work because it's just not gonna work. It's not. Let me tell you why it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work because you're unable to represent for your god. So you represent for Cafu, or I don't know, you know. Um, well, Cafu's kind of crazy. I don't know him that much, but I suspect that even Cafu has to listen to the rules. There's certain things that you cannot do when you face an opponent like me that's cerebral. You're gonna have to try to do your best at being cerebral too. And your best is not enough. You have to do more than your best in order to defeat an opponent like me. Because your best is just not enough. Especially if you want to throw curses and things like that, your best is not going to be enough. You're going to have to be more cerebral than me. And that's a lot. Like, that's a lot of fucking work. The reason why is because every point I make has a spiritual value and a spiritual vibrations. So those spiritual vibrations and those spiritual values and those spiritual principalities connect to the higher self, and the higher self is connected to the higher gods. As above, so below. This is why left hand path are always saying as above, so below. So you're a current representation of who you are dealing with. So that's why it's important to be able to express yourself. Because if you are dealing with an entity, you now become a representation of that entity on earth, on the material level, on the material realm. So every time you let me express myself, and you let me, whether your fans agree with what I said or not, it doesn't matter. If I'm right about you, I'm right. If I am destroying you mentally, whether your fans like it or not, that's real shit. So in the eyes of your God, my value is now higher than yours. I could have been here because you hated me, right? But the more you let me express myself, the higher in value I become. So now your value goes down and down and down and down and down because you're not expressing yourself. You're just throwing insults. So when you're gonna try and go and do magic, it's not going to function because my value compared to yours is now way too high. And if you let me just go, up, 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 well, it's over. So this is why I keep telling you, Elmer, express yourself. I've been repeating that shit the whole fucking time. I've been telling you how to defeat me this whole time, and you didn't even notice. Because the thing about me is I don't like ignorance. Like if I'm like the Pai Mei, bro. Like, I don't like ignorance, bro. I will teach you shit. Like, even if it could technically, you could technically defeat me and shit like that. I rather tell you than you being stuck in your world and shit. So I've been telling you how to defeat me this entire time, and you didn't even notice. You didn't even notice this entire time, the whole fucking time, bro. The whole damn time. you know. And now I think it's too late, because this content that's coming out that I speak of it's just, it's too much for you. It's just too much for you. So you can't even answer back. You can't answer back. You're saying like you don't want to get involved in intellectual because you can't. It's not that you don't want to, it's because you can't. So my value is now way too up. I'm like way too high in the stock market. Nobody's gonna vote against me. Because the stock market, there's votes in stock markets, there's points and everything. It's like voting, right? So nobody's gonna vote against me. All the points are stacked with me. And that's your fault, because you don't know how to express yourself. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing, dude. I mean, it says, I don't understand. What do I don't understand? What do I don't understand? Of course I understand. You don't understand. I've been telling you how to defeat me. I've been telling you how to battle me this whole fucking time, bro. Express yourself. I've been telling you how to do magic this whole time. Express yourself. This whole time I've been telling you how to do magic. It's fucking crazy shit. It's weird because I know somebody that has a problem expressing themselves, but even that person, and it's really bad. Like, I know somebody that has a problem expressing themselves, and it's pretty bad. It's pretty out there, and not in a negative way, but it's bad. But even that person has less problem expressing themselves than Elmer has. like, anyways, man, so Elmer's case is it's hard, it's hardcore. I mean, a lot of people don't notice that, because a lot of people probably don't care about Elmer personally like that, because a lot of people are like that. People don't really, it's all on the surface thing. Everybody's about that surface emotion thing, keep a smile up and everything is all right, kind of shit. And he knows that, or he feels that way. He feels alone, even surrounded by other people. So he has trouble expressing himself, bro. But the thing is, if you want to start practicing magic, you're gonna have to express yourself. You're gonna have to look crazy. People are gonna think you're crazy. People are gonna think you're nuts. Like all kinds of shit. It's not too late. It's not too late. It's not too late. Any day could be a good day to practice magic. It's not too late. But like I said before, it's you missed your opportunity. You've missed your opportunity already. It's already gone. It's already passed. It's in the past, bro. Like, there's no magic that's gonna work against me. It's just not gonna work. It's not gonna work because the gods right now, if you may, I don't think you do magic, but I'm gonna talk to you like somebody that does magic. Because you talk about that shit so much. Even sometimes, even I think you do magic, but I don't think you do magic. I don't think you do magic, but I'm gonna talk to you like you do magic. The thing is, if you want to work with gods, you're gonna learn that when you work with gods, they expect you to act a certain way, right? And it's not easy to figure out all the time, but different gods expect different reactions. Like different gods, there's an emotional spectrum, and there's different gods. So most gods have authority over a specific emotional spectrum, right? Like there's gods of wrath, there's gods of love, there's gods of this and that, whatever. That doesn't mean your emotions are your best friend. That's not true. That is complete garbage, trash. Good for the trash bin on your computer. Delete that shit. That's garbage. Oh man, I have so much things to explain to you guys. God damn it, man. Like this is. Anyways, like so different gods are on a different emotional spectrum. So this is the reason why self-expression is important, because all those different gods are going to expect you to act a certain way, and when you don't act that way, then your spells don't work. You know what I mean? So if you're working with left hand path gods, they kind of expect you to react and act a certain way, and being an idiot is not that way. You know what I mean, bro? Like, acting like a dumbass is not good, because petrol lowers, when you're petrol, not necessarily petrol lowers, but when you're petrol, you're part of it's kind of like a nation, right? It's like the Anjanatas in Hinduism. When you're an Anjanata, when you're a juggernaut, it's a nation. Juggernauts there's a bunch of juggernauts. There's an entire nation of juggernauts, right? So when you're a juggernaut, we're part of a kingdom. So we have pride, we're outspoken, and we don't think that we're stupid. We strive to do better all the time. We might not be super smart at this moment, but that's not where we want to stand. So you have to understand that's how gods think. That's how and if you're petrol, then you're a god, right? If you're a juggernaut, then you're a god. And you have to understand, when you're a god, then you're not stupid. So when you don't express yourself, and you might not be stupid, but if you don't express yourself, it makes you look stupid. And it might not make you look stupid in front of your audience, but if you're going to curse somebody, when you're going to ask a god to do something violent to someone, and this person has a higher value on the scale than you do, that shit's not going to work. It's not going to work. That specific God would rather work with me. If you send him my way, he's going to ask me to work with him instead of working against him. So that shit will be bad for you, but not for me. It's going to give me an opportunity to work with a different God if you send that specific person after me, because he's going to be more interested in what I have to give than what you're giving him right now. Because when you're expressing yourself and you got that swag, right? It's like an offering that you're giving to the gods. It's the same thing as giving an offering to the gods. And when your self-expression is bare bones, it makes the gods feel like they never did nothing for you, or they never explained anything to you, or they never gave you any knowledge. So now the God is pissed at you because you're not representing all the wondrous things that specific God show you. It is what it is. So I'm out of here. This video might have been talking about Elmer, but if you have a head on your shoulders, you can apply those things to you. And I hope that these words will be helpful in your own specific magical practices, because this is a very important matter, and it's something that you will have to go through as a magician. And as you upgrade and you become better and better, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. So remember this: your self-expression is like an offering to the gods that you are with, right? Your self-expression is the same thing as an offering that you give to the gods. Being yourself and being aware of yourself is a gift to the gods. If you believe in a god, or if you are working with a god, because the god is not going to feel insecure, the spirit is not going to feel insecure working with you, because it's kind of like, okay, well, this guy, has a head on his shoulder, he's smart, he's powerful, he's this and that. I can work with this. I'm not going to I don't feel like I'm giving power to the wrong guy here. He knows what he's doing. Of course, gods can be jealous too. So don't take, don't take all that to heart. Gods can become jealous of a person too. So mind you, But at the end of the day, self-expression is a form of magic. Self-expression is a form of magic. Self-expression is important to magic. Some people express themselves through painting. Some people express themselves through music, right? But as I said before, if you're facing an opponent that's as strong as I am, watch out. Don't attack him at all, or watch your fucking back. You know what I mean? Because I'm good at music. I can draw a little bit. I'm not that good at drawing, but I can draw. Like, I'm multi-talented, so I have multiple facets where I can express myself. I know how to sing. I make music. I have multiple talents. So you have to watch out when you're attacking an opponent like me. And I'm psychological, like I'm very cerebral and shit like that, right? And I have some knowledge. So if you let me, I'm a juggernaut, right? A juggernaut, if it starts running, if it gets like enough momentum, it's unstoppable. Like nothing can stop it. It's gonna run right through a fucking planet. You know what I mean? So I'm a juggernaut, right? So the last thing you want to do with a juggernaut is giving momentum. Like right now, I have too much momentum. So there's nothing that's going to stop me. It is what it is. And that's because Elmer wasn't able to stop my momentum. And if he was a real mystic, and if he was a real higher level magician and all that shit, he would have been able to stop my momentum. But now he just made another video stating that he's not going to stop my momentum. So if he keeps insulting me, I'm going to keep making video that's going to like tear him down. And that's going to be his fault. Because this guy in his head, he calls me a bitch ass nigga. But I'm a juggernaut. I'm Lucifer. You know what I mean? I'm a, shit. You know what I mean? I'm a jinn. I'm a wizard, black magician, a demonologist. Like I'm many a great things. I'm a god. You can't just let somebody like me. You gotta find out who you're fucking with. You know what I mean? You gotta know who you're fucking with, man. You gotta have preliminary battles. You have to have skirmishes and shit like that. Because if you don't have that shit, you're gonna attack somebody for real, and you're gonna end up in a bad situation. Just like a couple weeks ago, It was kind of like, oh, bitch ass nigga shoot you in the back. I didn't shoot you in the back. You threatened me first. So whatever kind of black magic that you were going through that day, that's your shit. That's your fault, man. You know what I mean? Like you're threatening me, and you're still making threats. You're still posting pictures about black magic on your shit. So if you have more black magic coming your way, that ain't my fault. Either stop what you're doing, or you're gonna get run over. It is what it is. And you have to stop thinking. You have to stop judging a book by its cover. It doesn't, don't look at me and have like ideas and shit like that, bro. Like I'm stronger than I look. Just like Conor McGregor. All right. I'll see you guys later, man. Peace out.